The first response is trash. Alright, what is going on, guys? Bubbles back again, and I wanted to make this video for a little bit now. So what do you think the new game mode is going to be? Now, KLab has said that they have been working on a new game mode, which it's been like 2 years, so I'm glad that they finally announced something. But I'm interested to see what my community actually has to say about it. And yeah, so let's just start. The first response is trash. Now, they said something along the lines of making it easier to farm, so I'm really hoping that the really hard quest isn't just some weird way to give us some bootleg IT / scroll quest, because I don't really, like, give us something completely new. I don't know, like, Arena, even though I think Arena flopped, at least it was new, so I can't really, I don't give KLab too much crap for that. I just feel like it's weird that they kind of just abandoned the whole project. But yeah, IT with golden skin instead of iron skin. I like that, that's cute. What could be nice is to kill all the enemies before the timer's up. I'm assuming he means kind of like a horde mode. You get rewards based on how fast you clear, but I assume that's like guild quests. I've always thought that would have been a cool type of quest where there's a huge range of stages one can farm. That'll be interesting if they do like a horde mode that... My thing is, when I think about like a horde mode, all I can think about are characters like Yamamoto and Ulquiorra and now the new Toshiro, where you just soul bomb and all the entire horde is just done. And you could go like Brawl Quest, but like, bro, I feel like Brawl Quest is super laggy. Like I recently got a new phone, so like maybe it's not like gonna be laggy for me, but I know for like older devices or even emulators, bro, like Brawl Quest does not function well. Imagine a battle royale. They said it was going to be single player, so I highly doubt they're going to do a battle royale where you play with yourself. That's kind of like, at that point, you're better off just going to the hub and going into bed, right? New mode is a larger, more apparent uninstall button. You earn freedom by clicking it. I like that. In my opinion, they're going to make an epic raid style boss rush where you get to kill bosses with a lot of HP patterns and different mechanics. You're going to have a time scoreboard where you can compare for all time weekly basis, and you get either point event type of rewards or medals. Honestly, that seems pretty cool. I'll be interested to see if they can, well, when it comes to like modders and stuff like that, I don't know how KLab finds modders for like Brave Battles and Guild Quest, but they can't find it for regular content. I like, especially when like epic raids and IT is kind of abundant with modders. So like, I never understood that. I honestly think that KLab just lets everything slide except for Brave Battles and GQ. I think they honestly know how to find the modders, they just don't want to, because there's a lot of people that mod that spend money on the game. My 2 cents. I'm just saying, my 2 cents. Everything that does a lot of, that's great. Everything that does a lot of damage and a boss rush with a lot of HP and mechanics sounds fun. I actually really like epic raids. Even when epic raids is like super hard and really annoying, I actually like the idea of not being able to just destroy it every like 10-15 seconds. Unless I have to mass farm it. If I have to farm something over and over and over again, that's when it becomes like kind of just annoying. But if it's just like something that it's like you do like maybe once a week, twice a week or something like that, that's actually kind of fun. I actually like that. What could also be cool, a single player mode, since they're trying to make things more difficult. A cool single player game mode, but the whole point is to guess what the game mode is, bro. Just it's gonna be cool. You get easy, mid, hard, or something. Oh, that'd be, oh, and if they change if they have different difficulties, that'd be interesting. That's a little too long. I try to say make it 3 sentences. A giant slot machine where you can gamble your 5 to 6 stars away for new 5 to 6 stars randomly. It's supposed to be a hard single player quest, bro. Where'd you get a slot machine? Only if you give KLab money you can access it. Pay to play mode, okay. Brawl quest with ultra point event mobs. This actually sounds kind of fun. That sounds hella annoying in a good way. I'd be for that. That actually sounds kind of fun. I tried selling normal brushes. Not really. Oh, not interested. Try selling normal brushes again. Well, the thing is, they could give different rewards than brushes though. Like they just because it's like Brawl Quest with ultra point event mobs, it doesn't mean that they have to give brushes. They can give something else. Maybe more skill keys. If people still, like, I'm sure people still need skill keys because people don't want to farm raids. I could totally see that. Or maybe Chronicle Quest, what is it, small and medium scrolls? Something like that. Something that's kind of like limited-ish, but like, I don't know, my thoughts. With better rewards, like 2 to 4 Brave Soul tickets every run. That would be interesting, but then people would just mod and just farm the hell out of it and just get infinite Brave Soul tickets. So I don't know how that would work. For some reason, I remember the co-op boss battle quest. I don't remember much, but it came out close. Oh, the co-op boss battle quest was pretty cool. Like, it was literally boss rush, but you played with your friends, and the bosses had a lot of HP. I mean, a lot. Like, I want to say that those runs took like maybe 2 minutes, and they only had like 3 bosses. So like those enemies had a lot of HP. This was also before Transcendence, before Link slots, Super Link slots, any of that, so it has been a long time. They said it's single player. I use orbs to revive to get kill of the boss. Yeah, we used to spend orbs to revive for that. I remember that, because we didn't have revive candles back then. Was this the anime channel? Yep, just changing it temporarily. Get a game mode that doesn't ban random players. A new game mode will be Battle Royale. Doubt it. Game mode has been announced, single player. Please limit suggestions to only that. Yep, because, you know, BBS players can't read. Senkaimon like a game mode, but it would be available forever. I mean, the Senkaimon literally goes from the 5th to the 25th, so you have 20 of the 30 days to do the new Senkaimon, the one that gives you the Chad 5-star tickets, that's what they're called. Where's the 6-star tickets? I don't even remember. Honestly, a GQ test play. GQ test play? Yo, low-key, a GQ test play? I'm surprised that we don't have that yet. Just a decent quest to have fun because the game is dead with its horrible events and quests. Not wrong. Who is this? Horde. Why am I not familiar with your name? Given they seem to think we want something extra hard, it won't be anything anyone really wants. It really depends on the type of game mode they come out with. Like, I liked IT when it came out. It gave me a reason to play the game, but the only reason I really liked IT was because of co-op. The single player, I was kind of just like, okay. A true Horde style mode would be interesting. Waves of enemies similar to Brawl Quest, except these enemies are not squishy. These have a decent amount of health and deal damage to you, progressively getting harder. Complete as many waves as you can in X amount of time. The further you make it, the better the rewards you get. So this is something like what a mod just recently set up. I actually agree with this. This would be really cool. But like, would this be... You see, the problem is, like I said, the last time that we got a new game mode really was Arena. So it's like, what, they spent 2 years to come up with a new game mode, and it's going to be maybe something like Brawl Quest with just a bunch of enemies that just deal a lot of damage. I don't understand that. It's just weird, right? Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about that. I still think it's a little awkward. I was gonna say something that seems like a Pokemon game mode. Sword and Shield had the DLC. When does the Sword and Shield has the DLC? That's actually really interesting. Pokemon Sword Shield DLC cave. Is it a cave? I kind of forget. But the cave that they had in Pokemon was really interesting. So you would play with your... Well, this was a co-op thing, or I guess you could play solo if you really wanted to. But what was really cool about this was you have like this cave and you try to like progress through to the end with, I believe you could swap your Pokemon. It's been a long time, but you would literally have your friends or yourself, and you would go through this cave, and it would have several different layers, right? So it would have the first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave, but you actually chose the path that you took to get to the final wave, and you could see the final wave to see which path you want to take, so you guys would plan that out beforehand. Something like that would be cool, but this would be like something cooperative. I feel like in single player, this would be kind of boring. I did see another one. July, isn't it? We don't know when it's coming out. Oh, the season 2 Thousand Year Blood Royale is coming out in July, so that's gonna be pretty awesome. New game mode is just gonna bring back old GQ as a new quest. I would not be opposed to that. There's a lot of people that didn't play the old GQ that still go, oh man, I kind of wish I was there for that. It sounds fun, and it is fun for the first like like month to 2 months, and then after that it's just like, okay, I'm getting bored, you know, because it's like it becomes a chore that you have to do daily. But if it's like old GQ and it's a single player quest, but it helps your guild, and you only have to do it once a week instead of, oh, if it's like once a week but only your best run counts, I think that would be cool. I think that would be really dope. New game mode gonna be Nightmare GQ. Nah, you good, bro. I'm done. I don't want a harder GQ, like a Nightmare GQ sounds AIDS. But you can't use your soul bomb. That way it like invalidates all the nukers and also invalidates all the people that spent money trying to 5-5 the Ulquiorra and Toshiro and stuff like that. That'd be oof. Original message deleted. All right. In all honesty, something very much grid based like Epic 7. This is when I actually joined back into the chat. For benefit of all players, instead of whalers and end gamers, I'd want a game mode that has accessibility across everyone. Now, this is the main reason that I wanted to make this video now instead of waiting for a longer period of time, which I want to talk about this inheritance, ancient inheritance in Epic 7. This game mode is actually really, really cool. So this whole game is pretty much a turn-based strategy game, but for Ancient Inheritance, it doesn't care that much about the stats of your gear. It doesn't care about how worked on your character is, because they get fully maxed out just for entering this place. So say, for example, you just pulled 5-star Ishin, right? And he would be good in the type of content that you're farming or whatever. If you bring him into here, he would automatically be 5 out of 5, max transcended, T20, and the only things that would like differentiate it is your gear. Like say you have like a strong attack damage item with like plus 6% spiritual pressure, that plus 6% spiritual pressure gets reduced a lot, so that your 30% SP boost and your 6% SP boost are pretty marginal differences. So that way you're just straight up dealing damage and everyone's on the same level. That kind of game mode, in my opinion, would be really, 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 really cool. I'd actually be all for that, to be honest. Okay, let's see here. So let's see what we got over here. It's just gonna be OGQ, but they'll pretend that they just came up with it now. Yo, that's facts though. If they come out with the old GQ as like a single player quest, is like just for fun, that'd be hilarious, low key. New difficulty for all types of survival mode. Survival mode, I'm assuming that's kind of like Horde mode. Some stuff with 60 link slot level requirement. I mean, I the thing is, if they have I don't think that they should care about the link slot level requirement. If you can clear the quest, you can clear the quest. I'm actually kind of annoyed that I can't run Inheritance Trial with a 000 character. Now, Spite, why would you want to do that? Sometimes you get a 2 out of 5 character, and that's usually enough. And getting a character to T15 is kind of just like, not T15, to T5 at least, like minimum or whatever, like getting 15 link slots. Sometimes that's just annoying. Maybe I just want to carry a character in a single player quest. Now, in content that's co-op, requiring that, in my opinion, is very good. In single player content, if you can clear the quest, you can clear the quest. I don't think you should be restricting. I don't think you should be restricting that much, to be honest. Super Ultra Ultimate GQ for Gino. For Gino only. I know a couple people with accounts like Gino, but like they're so, is literally a dime. I'd say a dime a dozen, but it's like a dime a million, bro. I think it's gonna be raid bosses that will drop a lot of materials. Dude, like Epic Raid single player sounds really cool in practice. I think that could be really fun. But the problem is, like, you're gonna have characters that are just so much better than anything else, and it's like, are you gonna be using link slot potion characters for that? I don't know. Co-ops in Kaimon sounds kind of fun. Like, honestly, in my perfect world, we would have a Senkaimon that's a bit harder, but you can play with your friends. And then you would stay in the lobby and then advance to the next floor, and then you would continuously go further and further. So I would really like something like that, like a co-op Senkaimon tower climb. That would actually sounds really dope. I'm not gonna lie, I actually would love that. Maybe like a weekly boss rush where you need good characters. The thing is, you just nuke, bro. Like, there's so many characters that are just like nuke, nuke, nuke. at the end of the day, well, who's a character that just came out? Ishin, right? So let's just take Ishin for example, and let's assume that someone else has like a 5/5 max transcended T20 new Ichigo, like the new Quincy Ichigo that came out. That Quincy Ichigo is gonna one shot every single thing compared to that Ishin who's gonna take like 2 hits to hit, assuming that the Ishin is only like T10, right? And 1 out of 5. So like that's the problem with like, oh, where you need good characters. It's like you can clear most content, it just takes much longer, right? Hades roguelike mode where you get randomized bonuses as you climb a tower. Bro, this dude is just, yeah, okay, he has a Hades freaking profile picture. Hades is a great game. If y'all haven't played Hades, highly recommend it. 100% worth the price. If you can get it for like less than $25, great game. 100% great game. I can't wait for the second one to come out. First or third person toggle mode would be interesting. Oh, first person would be weird. That would change the entire infrastructure of the game, though, right? But I mean, like, technically BBS is 3D, and if you use a strong attack, they actually do have a way to do first person if they wanted to. That would low-key freak me out, because it's like, how are you flash stepping to the left or right and your character immediately faces that direction? I feel like I'd get nauseous and want to vomit. Why the hell am I tagged? Because I felt like it. Did they announce there's gonna be a new game mode or what? Aren't you in my guild? Oh no, you left my guild, bruh. That's funny. Honkai Impact did it twice. It was a chibi battle royale and it was awesome. That'd be cool if you like. I was thinking like have like the characters auto. I'd made a whole video about it. I wonder if they'll take inspiration from that. That'd be funny if they take my idea. That'd be funny if they take my idea. I'll leave that up there. Everyone wants real-time PvP, but KLab isn't listening. Real-time PvP would be so bad. It would actually legit be so bad for the game. All right, it seems like people are kind of starting to repeat what we were saying before. I guess this is going to be a good place to end it, unless I can get something here. Random challenges in a mode would be fun too, like don't get hit, get a combo of 30. It should be like 3,000 or something. Like it's so easy to get combo now unless the enemies die immediately. And then it'll give you a reason to bring a level 1 character. Oh, imagine tag team. Imagine everyone from the old GQ has their level 1 tag team Ichigo with Frenzy on lock so that you can get your combos. Or maybe make skills work entirely different and pick skills to add any character in this endless mode. If they change the way that skills work, like if a character with like Frenzy gets access to plus... If characters with Frenzy get like Flurry, or characters with Flurry get like Havoc 30%, I think that could be really funny and interesting. Just like, which character should I use for this? They've been doing that for 8 years now. KLab doesn't cook. They get Uber to deliver their food and say they cooked it and feed it to us. They've been doing that for 8 years and they keep getting away with it. You can't keep getting away with it! If it's gonna be limited times a week, might as well scrap that. There's literally nothing to do for veterans. Well, I don't mind something that's like not a chore and not grindable, because that means that we save time. If they give us okay, for example, IT Ultra single player, it's limited, so it forces you to go into co-op if you want to grind more. But if you're pretty casual like me at this point, and you just want to do 1x5 run, call it a day for the end of the week, instead of like massively farming single player IZ, for example. Like, I hate single player IZ. I've done more than my fair share of single player IZ when I'm not trying to farm co-op, because I don't want to just auto and then die and then whatever. Now, I'm talking about, okay, dang, it's so weird because, okay, so co-op IZ is super easy now, but back in the day, if you tried to auto, you would die a lot. Every single time, no matter who you used. Because like the only people that could auto IZ back in the day was probably like Blue Kenny. And that's because he was actually OP for his time. And then Unohana, which came out like 6 months later. So like trying to do like IT co-op now is the equivalent of trying to do IZ co-op back then. Like you just couldn't auto it. So like some people, very few people would be able to auto, but not really. But either way, I would do single player IZ because it would be a lot easier since you have 3 characters to fall back on, and single player IZ was a lot easier than co-op IZ. Same thing with inheritance trial now. So that'd be like, I'd much rather have something that's just limited, farm it, done. Limited, farm it, end of the week, okay, cool. Weeklies are reset, do it, done, get a good amount of rewards for that weekly, not have to worry about, oh, I need to spend 15 to 180 soul tickets to do this one content. That's what I would like. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the people who signed in to help me with this video. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.